your septic was last pumped, or if it even needs pumping, now is the perfect time to schedule an inspection. A quick check today can keep you covered and prevent messy, expensive backups later. Joe's Sanitation is on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for septic pumping, grease trap cleaning, hydrojetting, clogged line clearing, and video camera inspections. Need portable restrooms or storage containers? They've got you covered. Don't wait until it's too late. Call 775-727-5587 right now. Joe's Sanitation, ready when you need them most.
Hi, I'm attorney Jonathan Nelson of J.K. Nelson Law. We've been honored to be recognized by Best of Las Vegas and receive the Best Attorney in Pahrump for the past 4 years running. Awards are great, but helping clients get the money they deserve is why we're in business. After you've been injured in an auto accident, it's important not to listen to the insurance companies. Give us a call today, 775-727-9900. With offices in Pahrump, Southwest Vegas, and Summerlin, our team is here ready to fight for you.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted Best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900.
Thank you for joining us here on News 25 at Ace Country Radio and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices. On this Wednesday, July 29th, 2026. Good evening, I'm Chris Palermo. Here is what's happening. A man accused of attacking an elderly woman with a machete in May was in a Pahrump courtroom on Wednesday. It was a preliminary hearing for Aaron Drennan. He's expected to enter a plea agreement, according to his defense attorney. Our Christy Willis has this report.
Aaron Drennan appeared in Pahrump Justice Court on Wednesday, July 29th for his preliminary hearing. During the hearing, defense attorney Thomas Gibson advised the court that Drennan intends to enter into a plea agreement. Under the proposed agreement, Drennan will plead guilty to battery with a deadly weapon, which carries a potential sentence of 2 to 10 years, and assault with a deadly weapon, which carries a potential sentence of 1 to 6 years. Gibson also stated that Drennan will plead to an additional drug-related charge, which will be identified when the case reaches district court. Drennan was originally accused of attacking an elderly woman inside her Pahrump home on the evening of May 1st with a machete. According to investigators, the victim was transported to Desert View Hospital before being airlifted to UMC Trauma in Las Vegas after suffering life-threatening injuries. Authorities allege Drennan removed his shirt in an attempt to stop the victim's bleeding before fleeing the scene on foot prior to deputies arriving. The defense indicated it will request that Drennan be released on his own recognizance after entering the plea because he is currently subject to a federal detainer. If granted, federal authorities would take Drennan into custody, with the state of Nevada addressing sentencing after the resolution of those charges. Drennan is scheduled to appear in District Court Department 2 before Judge Robert Lane on August 24th at 9 a.m., where he is expected to formally enter his plea. News 25 will continue to follow this case and provide updates as they become available.
More news now. The suspects involved in an alleged cockfighting ring, Pahrump, were in court on Wednesday for a pretrial hearing. The seizure of vehicles was discussed. The defendants are looking at more than 190 felony charges and several misdemeanors. News 25's Christy Willis was there and has our story.
On Wednesday, July 29th, Grizel Juarez-Diaz and Jorge Guzman-Torres appeared in Pahrump Justice Court for a pretrial hearing before Judge Kirk Vito. During the hearing, attorneys for both sides advised the court that they may be close to reaching a resolution in the case. According to the defense, discussions are continuing regarding the disposition of several vehicles that were seized during the Nye County Sheriff's Office SWAT operation conducted on May 26th. Defense attorney Thomas Gibson had also informed the court that his client, Ignacio Juarez Gomez, had recently been deported after being held on an ICE detainer as an undocumented immigrant. Gibson told Judge Vito that he had only learned about the deportation earlier that morning and was notifying the court of the development. The case stems from a large-scale investigation into an alleged cockfighting operation in Pahrump. According to investigators, authorities executed search warrants on 2 properties and seized hundreds of birds birds believed to be used for breeding and illegal cockfighting activities. Combined, the three defendants are facing more than 190 felony charges and over 140 gross misdemeanor charges related to alleged cockfighting, animal abuse, conspiracy, weapons offenses, and possession of cockfighting equipment. During the investigation, authorities also seized 478 birds, 11 firearms, cockfighting equipment, and more than $60,000 in cash. The matter is currently scheduled for a preliminary hearing on September 29th at 9 a.m. in Pahrump Justice Court. KPVM News 25 will continue to follow this case and provide updates as they become available.
Well, a man was arrested yesterday at the Superwash for allegedly stealing a car, and it wasn't a clean getaway. Christy Willis was on the scene.
On Tuesday, July 28th, at just before 1 p.m., a Nye County Sheriff's deputy was conducting routine patrol on Pahrump Valley Boulevard when he noticed a black 2026 Chevy Trax displaying a temporary registration tag parked inside a bay at Superwash. According to the declaration of arrest, the deputy made contact with a man standing next to the vehicle, later identified as Mark Acuna. During the investigation, deputies conducted a records check on the Chevrolet and confirmed it matched the exact description of a vehicle that had been reported stolen through the National Crime Information Center, or NCIC. After confirming the vehicle had been reported stolen, deputies detained Acuna, advised him of his Miranda rights, and placed him under arrest with the assistance of a second deputy. Authorities say the stolen Chevrolet Trax was removed from the NCIC database and released back to its rightful owner. Investigators also learned Acuna allegedly did not possess a valid Nevada driver's license. Acuna was transported to the Nye County Detention Center without incident. Acuna was charged with 1 count of grand larceny of a motor vehicle, 1 count of possession of a stolen vehicle, and 1 count of driving without a valid driver's license.
All right, 2 Nevada State University flag football players and 1 coach are headed to the world stage. Mikey has that and more in sports.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices. Junior Brooklyn Hill and freshman quarterback Akimi Higa have been selected to represent Team USA at the 2026 IFAF Flag Football World Championship. Offensive coordinator Rudy Fernandez is also joining the U.S. men's national team coaching staff. Not bad for a program that just went 13-0 in its very first season. At this rate, the trophy case is going to need a trophy case. Aja Wilson put on another MVP-worthy performance Tuesday night, dropping 28 points and grabbing 14 rebounds as the Las Vegas Aces cruised past the Portland Fire, 98-83. The Aces host the New York Liberty on Thursday, so if you're keeping score at home, Aja is accepting double teams, triple teams, and apparently all other forms of volunteer work. Meanwhile, the skies over Harry Reid Airport were filled with paper airplanes as dozens of kids from the Boys and Girls Club of Southern Nevada took part in the annual Paper Plane Palooza. 75 youngsters competed in folding and flying contests while learning about careers in aviation. Good news, no delays were reported, unless you count the one paper airplane that made an unexpected layover behind the snack table. And finally, the Las Vegas Aviators lived up to their name, soaring past the Oklahoma City Comets 8-6 Tuesday night. The rematch is already underway. Turns out when your team's called the Aviators, flying high is pretty much in the job description. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
Thank you, Mikey. Important story coming up. It was coffee and conversations about data centers here in Pahrump. This morning, you're watching News 25.
Car wreck? Check. Motorcycle wreck? Check. Truck wreck? Check. Bicycle wreck? Check. UFO wreck? What? In a wreck? You need a check. Call Lerner & Rowe today.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
Loving your Valley Communications internet?
Now you can share it.
We're introducing our VCA referral program.
So when you refer a friend who signs up,
you get a free month of internet.
Good internet is better when shared. Refer a friend to VCA. When they sign up, you receive a free month of internet. Learn more about the referral program at valleycom.com. Valley Communications. Local, affordable, reliable.
Got bills? Need some pay? Then come be a cowboy trucker at Ponderosa Dairies in Amargosa Valley. They're currently seeking experienced CDL drivers to haul hay, grain, and milk while earning up to $2,000 a week. This isn't a job, it's a career. Whether you hit the open road or drive around Nevada's biggest dairy, they offer a great wage, benefits, and 401k retirement package. If you have what it takes to be a good hand, isn't it time you ride for the brand? The beautiful Ponderosa Dairies are currently hiring qualified CDL drivers who have doubles and tankers endorsements, as well as the ability to drive a standard transmission. If this is you, call Ed now, 702-682-3339. Once again, 702-682-3339. Send an email with your information to ap@ponderosadairy.com. Join the family at Ponderosa Dairy.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Garner, and I'm working with Save the Children to fight for kids' futures. Poverty impacts 11 million children in the U.S., forcing families to make impossible choices. Every day, parents in rural America are deciding between essentials just to survive: gas or groceries, lunch or laundry, rent or running water. 1 in 5 children are hungry right now because of impossible choices like these. They're more likely to start school significantly behind their peers, and they may never catch up. Growing up in West Virginia, I saw kids living with hunger and poverty, and I've seen the impact Save the Children has on their lives. They give children the nutritious food and learning opportunities they need to thrive, so families don't have to choose. To learn more about how we help kids in rural America, go to SaveTheChildren.org.
Accidents happen fast. Recovery takes time, but your fight for justice starts now. You need a law firm that fights harder and that can get you more. Call Lerner and Rowe today.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. Chris Palermo, and thank you for listening to the radio simulcast on Ace Country 95.9. Residents looking to learn more about proposed data centers in Pahrump converged upon Our Place Coffee Shop in Pahrump on Wednesday to hear from the panel assembled by the project developers. Nye County Commissioner Ian Bain was there. There were circumstances that prevented him from attending. News 25's cameras were there. A meeting was held Wednesday, July 29th at Our Place Coffee Shop in Pahrump to dispense information on the proposed Mance Technology Campus. Nye County Commissioner Ian Bain was hoping to participate.
Probably don't want my legal opinion of your geology questions.
We would have loved to
like
have had you in, but we did find somebody else who's opposed to the project, so we appreciate.
No, it's no problem at all.
Yep.
I just wanted to make sure, are they a scientific background or no? I'm just curious.
You know what, Ian, you don't have to be a scientist to have an opinion here.
Oh, I'm just asking a simple question.
We got hundreds and thousands of people here that have an opinion on this issue.
Do they have a scientific background though, or no?
We have a scientist here today, yes.
Okay, so the other person does it.
Yes.
Okay, well, if you want my geologist who worked at the test site for 20 plus years to answer some of your questions instead of a bunch of lawyers, then let me know.
We have a scientist from Desert Research Institute that for 2 years produced a formal report on all of them, every bit of information that a data center, water, electricity, so
just trying to offer some expertise. Thank you.
Thank
Have a great
you,
meeting. See you guys later. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
So I pulled out of the panel discussion today because I got the questions yesterday and they were all science questions. And since my degree is in law and not in science, I thought I would accommodate the panel by bringing my own geologist, which I did. He was turned away. Just like what's going on with Fauci right now and how he's worried about criminal prosecution for lying to people and making things up as an expert, is that they're going to put experts in there that will say and do whatever it takes to support data centers. People don't want data centers here. I've got over 3,000 signatures now on a petition that says we don't want data centers in Pahrump. So it really is we just don't want them. Again, no means no. You have to ban. And if the next board wants to come in, which I'll be a part of, and they want to undo that ban, that's up to the next board. I won't want to undo the ban, but let's at least ban it so we can actually stop all of the forward progression on data centers here, because that's the only thing that will do it.
And I'm a taxpayer and I live on the south side. And Pahrump is not going to become Hinckley, California. Hinckley, California was polluted by groundwater that was polluted by PG&E back in the 90s. It was polluted, the groundwater was polluted with chromium-6 chemicals that were used to keep containers cooled. Everybody in Hinckley died.
Nearly 100 residents attended, and a massive amount of data was presented. Panel members included Russ Mead, a contractor in Pahrump who was a consultant on the project, Tim Sutton, the former Pahrump town manager, and is now a consultant helping work on the project's entitlements.
And just to clarify, we're not here to manipulate or influence decisions or any positions or any feelings you have about data centers. We're here to do nothing more than to provide you with information from across the spectrum, from pro to con and everything in between, and scientific information. Is it just big tech that needs data centers? What is really driving their growth? The answer is no. Hospitals rely on data centers for real-time access to electronic health records. Banks use them to process millions of secure transactions per second, and manufacturing plants deploy them in power-smart assembly lines.
The question that hasn't been answered is going to be based on the actual cooling. Like you said, there's a million different ways to do it, or at least 4 major ones.
We have done an independent water study. Russ actually has a copy of it right here. That's where we came up with the 300 acre-feet of water. Goes through and talks about the different fixture unit counts and other pieces of that, and the potable water aspects of it as well.
There are facilities here in Nevada that use alternative methods for cooling.
Yes, from what we've heard in Story County, that is the case, and they intend to expand this use as well.
Russ, can you tell us how this project will manage stormwater and wastewater, and what, if any, plans you all may have for water sourcing, efficiency, and reclamation?
Yeah, so a couple things clarified right out the gate. So on our website and on their media that the company has put out, they set up to 300 acre-feet annually of water. The water study that the engineer has done and stamped is 197 acre-feet of water annually. Valley Electric is the purveyor of the energy, right? So
that is correct, and we schedule all the energy in here. All the energy comes in here. We get a bill for every single kilowatt hour that flows into our, it's called a DLAP, it's a load aggregation point.
Right.
I'm not going to get too technical, but everything that flows into this valley comes through Valley Electric.
One way or the other.
We have to pay a power bill for it.
Our concern here locally is, can it go here and protect our resources? Are we okay? Is there a fear that what we have will be ruined because of it? If those are all mitigated through good studies, good detailed information, and it's not scary as far as ruining our resources or hogging our very rare resource of water, and that gets mitigated, it comes down to kind of the final thing. But do we want something that looks like this right in the gateway of our community, in and out of our community?
All right, I think that's it. And I appreciate everybody coming out today. Do you feel like you learned something? Yes. Yes.
News 25 will continue to watch and follow this story. In our health report coming up, the kids are going back to school here in Nye County, and we've got some great suggestions to help them transition smoothly. You're watching News 25.
If you've been in a recent auto accident, don't ignore the extent of the injuries. A 30-mile-an-hour accident creates up to 3,000 foot-pounds of force to the spine, equivalent to falling off a 2-story building. At Pahrump Spine and Wellness, we offer a complimentary exam and consultation to determine the extent of your injuries. We also work with 5 of the best injury attorneys here in Pahrump. Why drive to Vegas? We have state-of-the-art facility right here. Time is money. Don't waste it on the highway. Get the best care and legal advice here in town.
Hi, I'm attorney Jonathan Nelson of JK Nelson Law. If you're going through a divorce, dealing with custody or child support issues, or any other family matters, give us a call today at 775-727-9900. We have a team dedicated to protecting your interests and defending your rights. Let us show you why we've been recognized by Best of Las Vegas and have received Best Attorney in Pahrump for the past 4 years. We're conveniently located to meet and provide you with a free consultation on your legal matter. So give us a call today. Again, 727-9900.
Secure your family while you're home or away. Monitor your home with cameras, burglar, smoke, and fire alarms 24/7, 365 days a year. Provide yourself with a peace of mind by using your smartphone or computer. You can monitor your home anytime or anywhere. Let Mastercraft Electronics install security your family deserves. Call Mastercraft Electronics today. Secure your home or business. 775-990-4896. Mastercraft Electronics is licensed and bonded. 1 month free alarm monitoring when you sign up for service. Mastercraft Electronics, 775-990-4896.
These are our wetlands, where nature's heartbeat resonates, inviting us to reconnect and explore. Wetlands provide for our basic needs, storing carbon to sustain a healthy atmosphere, filtering pollutants to improve our water quality, and absorbing floodwaters to protect our communities. Just 1 acre of wetlands can store over 1 million gallons of water. A symphony of life flourishes in our wetlands, supporting the needs of hundreds of species. Yet these essential ecosystems face threats of loss and degradation. Ducks Unlimited is the leader in wetlands conservation. Join our mission at ducks.org/wetland benefits and ensure these habitats continue to protect, purify, and nurture life for future generations. A public service from Ducks Unlimited.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo. It's almost back to school time for the kids. Our health report has information for parents and students to make it a smooth transition from vacationing to hitting the books.
There's a lot of different things that parents can do to help their children be ready. There's academic readiness, there's social readiness, and there's behavioral readiness. And each one of those things needs some time and attention in order for a child to be successful in school.
Dr. Kimberly Giuliano is a pediatrician at Cleveland Clinic Children's. She says other skills that are important include teaching your child how to sit still and follow instructions. The same goes for waiting for their turn to talk, using an inside voice, and knowing when to ask for help. Sometimes a child may be too nervous to speak up and struggle in silence instead. Dr. Giuliano says your child should also be fully potty trained and be able to remove clothes on their own.
If a child is struggling, avoid things that have zippers, buttons. If there's just an elastic waistband that can go up and down, that's going to make it a lot easier for the child headed off to school.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
That's the Lerner and Rowe weather cam looking out here in Pahrump, and we are in for some heat. This morning was on the Palermo weather deck having a cappuccino and a cigar, and if you need to do some things like walk the fur babies, the morning time is to do it. We are in for some record heat coming up, even for desert standards.
I'm Arlette Newvine of Newvine Law, your local personal injury attorney. If you don't know who to trust with your case, you can trust me. Voted by my peers within the Nevada Justice Association, I have been recognized as Nevada's 2026 Rising Star of the Year for my dedication to civil justice. When you've been in an accident, you deserve just that, justice. Lawyer up in Pahrump with New Vine Law. Call or text 775-235-HURT. Attorney access guaranteed.
Makes sense to me. What better way to celebrate America's 250th birthday than seeing the USA in a Chevrolet? The Freedom event has been extended now through July 31st at the Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza. That means freedom from high prices, freedom from high interest rates, and freedom from monthly payments all summer long. During this event, well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 60 months on every new Chevy Silverado 1500 in stock, plus receive no payments for 90 days. And now, get employee pricing on new GMC Sierra half-tons. We've stocked up with the best selection of our award-winning trucks and SUVs just for this limited time event. Check out our huge selection of high-quality pre-owned vehicles, all priced to sell fast. Start enjoying freedom today, only at the Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza.
America is great and Pahrump is awesome. We have room for our furry friends, and when it's time to care for them, we have the best feed store, Shadow Mountain Feed. Who did Siegfried and Roy call on when their dolphin quit eating? Shadow Mountain Feed. They developed a nutrition solution right in their store. From elephants to dogs and everything in between, they have what you need to feed, grow, and show your animals. They have everything except bread. Don't go there for bread. Shadow Mountain Feed, your one-stop care center for your best friends. At 2371 West Bella Vista, call 775-727-5527.
Weather is sponsored by the Nevada Dairy Farmers and the Dairy Council of Nevada, sharing the love of all things dairy. Celebrate the best moments with milk. Milk the moment. And the weather is also brought to you by the Ponderosa Dairy, Nevada's largest dairy, fresh from our farm to your table.
Hello, hello, Romy here on this wonderful Wednesday. Let's take a look at our surrounding areas. Fernley, we have a high of 98, Fallon at 99, Carson City, Tonopah, Goldfield in the low 90s, Beatty with a high of 102, Amargosa at 108, Las Vegas with a high of 109, and Death Valley scorching at 118. Currently here in Pahrump, it is 103 degrees. The high today was 105. Winds coming from the south at 12 miles per hour, humidity at 12%, and the sunrise was at 5:48 a.m. And tonight, the sunset will be at 7:51, humidity at 10%, winds coming from the east-southeast at 10 miles per hour, and the low will be 73 degrees. Now let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. It's going to be a hot week ahead. Thursday we have a high of 108, Friday at 110, Saturday with a high of 112 degrees, Sunday at 111, and Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday we have a high of 110 degrees. And that was the weather. Now back to the desk. Here is Chris.
Thank you, Romy. That's a hot one. And Saturday, the highest temperature, 112. For those about to rock AC/DC, rolling into Allegiant Stadium, it's going to be a sweaty night for some. That'll just about do it for all of us here tonight. Chris Palermo, News 25. Make it a great night.
One in 4 people have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also an actor and advocate for disability inclusion across all aspects of life. The disability community is passionate, strong, powerful. We have so much to offer and deserve to be included in society. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Eat Your Seals is delivering services, advocacy, and local supports that elevates the communities for everyone. That's my Eat Your Seals. Make it yours.
1 in 6 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in his lifetime, and we're more than twice as likely to die from the disease.
But when it's caught early, it's highly treatable.
For more than 30 years, PCF has funded cutting-edge research, helping patients live longer with fewer complications. Go to pcf.org/knowyourrisk today to learn more about prostate cancer and how you can advocate for yourself.
It's your health.
It's your life.
The Nye County Sheriff's Office is reminding all residents and visitors that safety on our roadways is a shared responsibility. Drivers, slow down and obey posted speed limits. Yield to pedestrians in crosswalks. Give bicyclists at least 3 feet of clearance when passing. Stay focused. Put your phone down and avoid distractions. Pedestrians, use marked crosswalks whenever possible. Make eye contact with drivers before crossing. Wear bright or reflective clothing at night and walk against traffic. Bicyclists, ride with traffic, not against it. Obey all traffic signals and signs. Use lights and wear bright colored or reflective clothing when riding at night. And always wear a properly fitted helmet. Let's work together to keep our neighborhoods safe. Safety starts with each of us. Slow down, stay alert, and share the road. This is being presented in partnership of the Nye County Sheriff's Office and KPVM. Thank you.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted Best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900.
Thank you for joining us here on News 25 at Ace Country Radio and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices. On this Wednesday, July 29th, 2026. Good evening, I'm Chris Palermo. Here is what's happening. A man accused of attacking an elderly woman with a machete in May was in a Pahrump courtroom on Wednesday. It was a preliminary hearing for Aaron Drennan. He's expected to enter a plea agreement, according to his defense attorney. Our Christy Willis has this report.
Aaron Drennan appeared in Pahrump Justice Court on Wednesday, July 29th for his preliminary hearing. During the hearing, defense attorney Thomas Gibson advised the court that Drennan intends to enter into a plea agreement. Under the proposed agreement, Drennan will plead guilty to battery with a deadly weapon, which carries a potential sentence of 2 to 10 years, and assault with a deadly weapon, which carries a potential sentence of 1 to 6 years. Gibson also stated that Drennan will plead to an additional drug-related charge, which will be identified when the case reaches district court. Drennan was originally accused of attacking an elderly woman inside her Pahrump home on the evening of May 1st with a machete. According to investigators, the victim was transported to Desert View Hospital before being airlifted to UMC Trauma in Las Vegas after suffering life-threatening injuries. Authorities allege Drennan removed his shirt in an attempt to stop the victim's bleeding before fleeing the scene on foot prior to deputies arriving. The defense indicated it will request that Drennan be released on his own recognizance after entering the plea because he is currently subject to a federal detainer. If granted, federal authorities would take Drennan into custody, with the state of Nevada addressing sentencing after the resolution of those charges. Drennan is scheduled to appear in District Court Department 2 before Judge Robert Lane on August 24th at 9 a.m., where he is expected to formally enter his plea. News 25 will continue to follow this case and provide updates as they become available.
More news now. The suspects involved in an alleged cockfighting ring, Pahrump, were in court on Wednesday for a pretrial hearing. The seizure of vehicles was discussed. The defendants are looking at more than 190 felony charges and several misdemeanors. News 25's Christy Willis was there and has our story.
On Wednesday, July 29th, Griselle Juarez